Okay, final part of our system is to make sure that we can handle deletions as well. So far we have created our combo box to display only the right data, and we've created our update appointment query and made sure that our add button does also processes our query so that we can effectively update our appointment table. Now we also need to make sure that if we want to delete an appointment that our appointment time gets unbooked. So we need to make sure that we can do that. And that's pretty straightforward. And we do it in a very, very similar way to the add record. So much like before, I have a delete appointment query. And this is almost identical to the update appointment query. In fact, the way I suggest you make this is to literally copy and paste the code. The only difference between the two is that you'll see on the update line that the booked is set to 0 and to -1. So remember in the last video I said that -1 will set the tick flag on, 0 will set the tick flag off. So what we're doing is unticking it. Everything else is exactly the same because we want to go and pick up the date and time from our form and then delete it as appropriate. So very simple to produce this. We will, as I say, literally just copy and paste it, create a new query, paste it in, and then set that to 0, and you are done. And exactly the same as we did in the last video, under our delete record button, we want to go and, rather than run the update appointment query, we want to go and run the delete appointment query. So again, we've clicked on our delete record, on event, make a change to the on-click macro, just like we did before. Insert into the first line our open query action. This time we're going to select delete appointment. Okay. I didn't mention this in the last video. The defaults are for view and data mode, our data sheet and edit. You can leave those as they are. So to finish off, here's our form. We have currently Barbara is booked for the 24th of the 2nd at 10:15. She no longer wants that appointment, so we're going to delete the record. System will prompt us, and if we click yes, that has now gone. If we click on the appointment times, you'll see now that that flag has disappeared, so it all works. One final thing on this system before we finish it. We now have a working system, and that's maintaining appointments effectively. You'll notice I don't have an update button on here. And the reason is this: it gets quite hard to maintain two versions of the time of appointment. If you think what you'd have to do if you wanted to change the appointment time is you'd need to delete the old appointment time and then insert the new appointment time. And that could be done, but it does get quite tricky because you need to hold two versions. So for the scope of the project, my suggestion would be that you leave out the update record button. If somebody wishes to change an appointment, you put instructions in your user guide that what they do is you first of all delete the old appointment and then add in a new appointment. Slightly more work in terms of having to add in some of the details, but then it's a much simpler system in terms of being able to make sure that you manage everything. So there you have it. Completely, fully working appointment times, appointment system with